Hey everybody. So my buddy Jason contacted me and asked me if I could help him find a decent car to drive, and I told him, well, you're probably not going to like what I find. And he's like, yeah, well, it won't matter. So of course I gravitate to these 80s Fords, Mercurys, and Lincolns. So I got on Marketplace. I found this 87 Crown Victoria. I think it's got 78,000 miles. It's not far away at all. It says less than an hour. Um, It's got a little bit of surface rust right here. The guy said it's not really bad at all. And I do know pictures make it look worse than it is sometimes, but I'm thinking, I don't think this car is clear coated, so I'm got a feeling we could take it into McCarty's Auto Body and have him touch this up and maybe blend it in just to get it stopped. He says he's not going to drive it in the winter anyway. He's going to keep his other car for bad weather. He's already got the garage cleaned out for this, but you know, you can tell by looking at the leather wrap steering wheel that it's not really in terrible shape or anything. It's got the 5.0 multi-port fuel injection. I've had so many of these cars that I know that it's easily got another 100,000 miles left in it if you change the belts and hoses and just keep the fluids changed. So we're getting ready to go look at it. And I have a feeling we're probably going to bring it home. So if you've never had one of these, I just don't think you realize the comfort that they give you. Actually, the Crown Vics and the Grand Marquis were even had more comfortable seating than the Lincolns did. So, yep, 78,000 miles. So, all right. I'm going to go grab him, and we're going to go check this thing out. So you want to go that way first? If you don't mind. I don't care. I told that guy to be midday. It's only 12:24. All right, guys. We'll see you when we get there to the car. See if it's what the guy says it is. Well, we're here. Oh, here comes the guy out the door. The Crown Vic is sitting over there covered up.
Sorry,
Craig.
I didn't mean to say that on the...
Tony.
I forgot you said you were going to be filming. I come out yelling cuss words. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I do don't
Everybody cusses. Yeah.
I didn't unwrap it because I thought, well, he's going to be filming. I told Mom I could get it out and get it ready, but I didn't know how far you wanted to take it. I covered it July 3rd.
July 3rd?
Yes, sir. I haven't started or driven a moment since, so let's just...
Well, let's go see what's going on.
We'll just pull her out together.
Well, you got Lincolns and Fords sitting everywhere,
We
so.
got it all, and
And where did your dad buy this car new?
Hutton Ford in Wood River, Illinois. It was my grandfather.
Oh, your grandfather bought it new.
Yeah, with my grandfather, and then when my grandfather passed, it moved out here just for not very long. Well, my grandmother. When my grandmother passed, it moved out here, so that would have been 3 springs ago. And then that's the only reason it sat outside because it moved down here from Roxana because we sold her house up in town.
I see.
So, yeah. But anyhow, I had her shined up and made pretty, and then this. By heavens, if you buy it, you got a car cover.
Like I deserve something like that?
I bought it after I got it detailed just to make sure she stayed pretty.
There's no cracks in the dash.
No, the only thing that got it was the sun. Well, let's get her outside.
You told me there was some sunbake in the back
there was
window.
the sun damage in the back's the only thing. And then it looks like some water got under here and made my front bumper icky again. That'll shine right back up. That was brought back to the chrome, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the test shot. July 3rd. What's the date?
I don't know. What is this, the 12th?
12.
Saturday the 12th.
I didn't even have a damn thing on. Somebody could have stole it, Tony.
Sounds like an 80s Ford.
Month and a week.
Yeah. Yep.
Fired right up. You know, I wasn't scared at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's a good car. Let me pull her out, Tony. Here she comes. Identification and inspection.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about those. It's not really rust. It's just
You
chips.
know, I don't know. It
Yep.
sat outside and it's I don't know. It looks like maybe rocks chipped it. Here's a little surface rust, you know, but it ain't through. It's all good steel, you know.
Yeah. It's
Well, looky here. I didn't even look at. Oh, that might be a factory square hole. Never mind. That might be a hangar square hole. Hell, I don't know.
yeah. I don't think
Bullet
that's
hole.
it.
Maybe my grandpa was out.
I don't think that's the thing. It's got Uniroyal tiger paws on it.
And they're good. I told you, they're
Yeah.
good rubber. It's deep. Damn, they're new.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me change my ad on the book. I didn't know Dad put new damn tires on it. These are new. That some bitch is that deep on my.
You
finger.
told me they were fairly new.
I thought they were Michelin's. I thought they were new. I was wrong, wasn't I?
Yeah.
My fault. And like I said, this was all looking real pretty. I guess
That's just water
that cover
spots.
didn't keep the
Yeah.
the dust, and you know, I mow out here and I blow dust like you wouldn't believe. And like I said, I don't know really what happens to it, to tell you the truth.
That just happens over the years.
And my daughter, this Kia GT back there, you see?
It's been hit a little bit right there.
Yeah. Well, listen, Grandma drove it, and Grandma went, get out of the way.
Yeah.
My daughter had that Kia GT pinstripe, and she had a fat one on bottom and a skinny one on top because she loved her grandma so much.
Oh, really?
Well, great grandma. Yeah,
Yeah.
she got her great grandma. One of them till 95, and one of them, this one just passed last spring, 98 years old.
Wow.
Did our taxes in April and passed in June.
Well, you got longevity.
Dude, she was a stud. And anyway,
You said these two windows just don't go down.
you know
anymore.
what? Let's try. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's got a window lock. I reckon that's off or on.
Yeah, it would work with the front anyway.
These go up and down. But those were working when I sent that kid to detail, and now they ain't working. And I don't really know what happened. Back seat's barely been rode in, fellas. I swear.
Hold that.
I
All
swear
right.
the back
Put
seat's
your finger in
barely
front
been
of
rode
All right.
in. That it's been the furthest it's ever been is Clinton, Kentucky.
thought it might take off.
The furthest it's ever been is Clinton, Kentucky. Just past the Duke and barely out. Now here's your trunk. They're not WeatherTechs, they're Michelin's. I'm sorry, I said
That's
WeatherTech,
all right,
they're
that's all
Michelin's. But you got nice Michelin floor mats. This one must be the driver's side. It's blue.
Looks new in the trunk, no rust.
Dude, that right there, I can tell you exactly what that stain is.
Blood body.
Smoke, yeah, smoked ham. We used to get a whole hog smoked in Kentucky when we'd go down home to Clinton. And one of the times it scooted, you see he puts the extra rug in here and everything.
Yeah.
That rug, that was their doing. But, and I don't think it's stained underneath it. No, it ain't stained underneath it. It scooted back against that wall. I remember when it happened and Grandpa said, "Oh, damn pig got grease in my car." I remember it. I was a teenager. And I remember when that hog scooted back on our ride home and did that to that. He got mad. Like I said, if the book said do it, it was done.
Yeah.
If Ford said use Motorcraft oil, they used it until I did it
Yeah.
the last service at Tricky's. They probably put whatever oil in it. But it's had Ford Motorcraft its whole life.
Well, the top's in really good shape.
This
I'm
is the
surprised
one
at
right there.
that.
That's the one right there, and I think it's from the sun. I don't know.
I could do something with that.
Nothing is.
But honestly, guys,
But the top ain't got no cracks in it.
I think it's a fantastic car myself.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, so.
I don't even want to drive the damn thing.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We're gonna go down here and get on the highway and go up the next exit and get off and take a little
Let's
cruise
go.
if you
Let's
want
go
to.
for a cruise. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. And none of the surface streets are busy. We'll be on. I'll take you over. And you can check out the AC and how cold it is. Yeah, this is a nice car, fellas.
So you got bigger
Max
body over
AC.
Which way, brother?
Go to the right and go to the end of the road and hang a right, and we'll get on the.
You might want to put your seatbelt on.
We get on the highway.
There's your tilt right there. Your tilt wheel.
Yeah. I can remember this. A lot of this is, I can remember.
And you got power on your seat's a power seat over there on your left.
That's
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, how's your leg room?
Looks like
I
he's
need to go
stretching
up.
out. That's
Yeah,
why I was
it
saying it
makes
looks
it
like he's reaching out.
There it is right there. Oh.
It's got a bunch of different
I'm
knobs.
built weird. I got real short
Tilt
legs.
this down a little. There you go.
Hey,
I
I'm
like
taking
that.
a test ride in Grandma's car. I'll tell you that.
Man, it's smooth as silk.
But, dude, this thing is awesome.
I
You
think
got
I'll
to
probably drive it back.
You got to rattle in it. Speedometer's
when we
nice
get up
and
on the
smooth.
highway, he can kick it in the butt.
You know, throw me that money. I'm gonna throw you that money or something.
That air is definitely cold too.
Dude, compared to my 04.
Don't get in the water.
What are you doing, Tony?
That's
Get in the
Which
water.
one?
That's
To the right,
Jason.
to
That's
the right.
Jason.
I'm sorry, Jason. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. I'm sorry. Go to the right, and then your first on-ramp right there, it says south to 270. And then we'll go up to the next exit, which is New Pogue Road. That gives you a pretty good ways on the highway, a few miles to feel it up.
South
Yeah, this
270.
first right where that semi went.
Me and Jason's been friends for 30-some years.
That's
we
good.
We started working together at Walmart. Then we worked together at the factory.
I dated his sister.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
well,
no.
he
And you stayed friends.
He dated
Oh.
my sister.
Oh,
Would
was
call
a-
it that.
It was a friendship.
Yeah,
with some
I wouldn't call it dating.
benefits. He sounds like he might still be a little bit peeved about it, Jason.
Yeah,
But-
it wasn't very good.
But
Can
I'm
you
still
speak?
friends with her
Can you
exes.
speak? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, as long as you can speak.
Yeah.
I just didn't know
this
what,
has been like
if he was
years.
over at the house having
Hell, it's-
potato salad and she'd run him off.
Well, I've been in both of Jason's weddings,
Oh, good.
and I was pallbearer in his dad's funeral. So I mean,
I can't fucking.
You got it. Take another lane.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, we're running almost 70. Ain't got a shake or shimmy in it.
Dude, it got there without hardly shifting hard. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a
You
really
can't,
smooth.
you can't beat one of these old cars. I like this one better than my 04, but it's mom's.
People that ain't had one don't get it.
Yeah, but you don't-
Yeah, we were just old enough to be able to remember.
To respect.
Yep, some good cars.
How old are you?
54.
It smells like my grandma's car.
And it's
exactly.
just on the other. See, I told
I had
you
to
you'd
turn
have
the air
I
down.
told you
Yeah,
you had to
yeah.
turn it down. I was riding in it, and I thought, oh my God, it's.
And
gonna
it's
run
been
down.
changed over.
She
too,
had
I
one of
think,
these.
To it's been changed over to 134A, hasn't it? I thought I saw the fittings out there.
I don't know. To tell you
The air.
honest to goodness truth.
Yeah.
All I know is when I took it in, he said, "Boy, your air's cold. You don't need a charge."
Damn.
Now, your next exit ramp on your right, if you're good with your highway use,
Try your cruise on Set
What was that?
Excel.
You said that.
You can get off and do your cruise.
It's
or do
working.
it
Here?
It's working.
Here or there.
It working.
Either
Yeah,
way.
Get off here.
Yeah, get off here if you want, and then we can take some side streets and come back home.
Don't even ask me parallel park this motherfucker.
Looks like the hood needs a little bit of adjustment on the bumpers.
Man, I don't
It's a little
know.
bouncy on the front corners.
I know one
I don't know
thing.
why, because it doesn't have a shake.
I know
in it.
one thing. If I had my son was 16 again, I know exactly what car he'd have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no cracks in the windshield. There's
Like I said, it was Grandma drove till 3 years ago. Dad drove it back and forth to golf for a couple summers. We lost him this spring, so he didn't even
Damn.
get to drive it this summer.
so it was your dad's parents' car.
My dad's parents' car, and then when
Which
they
way am I
passed,
going?
to the right.
Right.
And yeah, and then when Grandma finally passed, and she couldn't drive for the last 10 or 15 years, it just sat in the damn garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she didn't drive for
Somebody
a long
had to
time.
drive it, because if you leave these
My
multi-port,
dad would go up and service it. He'd
yeah,
drive
because
it.
you could tell. I mean, if it sat real long, the injectors wouldn't be
When
hitting
Grandpa
like
was
this.
alive, he'd have my dad come up. Now, right up about where that 10 is on your left, where they sell them peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's-
a road that will go left
Left,
on.
I remember
and-
going by there.
Yeah, we went over there.
Oh, you come in that way?
Yeah.
Well, you come right by my sister's house, then probably in front of it.
All the locks work.
Yeah, should.
We're
Damn.
we're gonna probably have to update it for him, put some keyless entry on it.
Yeah, you said that. I've never done that.
I was like, I ain't drove one of these.
He's been driving a Chevy
I've been
Sonic.
driving a Chevy Sonic, and it's like a little
Tony.
tin can.
Tony told me that you were a bit nervous to jump back into a full-size car again. But listen,
I love these things.
listen, I'll tell you like I told my kids. If you just leave a little bit early and plan on driving this the speed limit a little bit over,
Drive it
and
like
you
a
take
grandpa.
care of it, you put it in and out of gear the way it's supposed to. You don't corner hard. You don't
And
brake
people
hard.
don't realize that you can put this on the highway at 65 and get 20 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, easy. And then you're back to home, baby.
Is the date correct?
Oh hell, I I don't know.
It's one day off, 8/13.
Oh my heavens, are you kidding me?
That knocks $100 off the price.
Oh, you know, as far as I'm concerned, and I might be prejudiced because I was with him when he bought it. I was 18 years old, but I love it.
Yeah.
I've rode in it.
I like the fact it's got cornering lamps. The wire wheel covers make
It's a really nice car, really. I mean,
yeah, I see no reason.
Printing this morning.
I was gonna try and get more out of it, but like I said, you told me enough, and I thought, you know, I really want to get 5, and I don't really want to mess around too much because it's for Mom.
Right.
She just lost Dad, you know, this spring, and
Yeah.
she's all messed up. So I just thought, you know, I've talked to Tony enough, and then when you said that YouTube channel, my daughter got on there, and right there and I thought, look, this is just should happen.
Yeah.
You know,
And
that's the way
it's
I
cheap
look at it.
enough.
It's going to be taken care of.
It's cheap enough too. He could take it into McCarty's Auto Body. They can match that up, touch that up, and it'll be fine.
They probably still got a code for an 87. You
Or
know,
you get
Well, they got
plans
those
made.
scanners now that they can put right on there and match it.
I
All right. Well, so you say you got the owner's manual? We'll go.
got everything. I'm gonna put up the dog so we can go in the house.
All right.
All right.
We'll make this deal. They're in there talking, so I want to just come back out here and check the oil and stuff in this car before we head back. I'm sure it's fine. He said he just had it serviced. It does have a sticker. Let's see. Next service, yeah, it was just done. It's got 78,967. It was done at 78,893. So next service date is 83,000 is what they got on there. So it was just serviced. It's really quiet. I'm gonna pause this while I check the oil real quick. Yeah, that oil's full to the top and clean as a pin. You can read right through it on the stick. I just don't see how anybody could go wrong with a car like this for $5,000 in today's money. These little bumpers right here, I'm going to screw out to try to. That hood's bouncing a little bit when we're going down the road. I'm going to screw these out and see if I can get them up against it. When we get back, sounds like the hood springs need sprayed. But it's clearly all original paint and no cracks in the dash. This car isn't hurt at all, I don't think. So I told Jason to go in there and make the deal. I'm not the least bit worried about it. This car will run another 100,000 miles if you keep it serviced, take care of it. So he wants me to drive it back. He's going to drive the truck. So. All right, guys, let's get this deal taken care of here. All right, we got this thing bought. Jason wanted to drive my truck back. He wants me to drive this car, so we'll talk to you guys when we get it back in about an hour. This car is so dang nice, you guys. I got the cruise set on 65. Just no pull, no shakes, no shimmies, quiet as a mouse. Radio works good, clock's on time. All you gotta do is look into those back windows. Check out this ashtray, clearly never been used. You just can't go wrong with these 86 and up Crown Vics Grand Marquis town cars with this multi-port injection. I think Jason's going to be really happy with it. Should last a long time. So we'll talk to you when we get back to his house. All right, guys, we made it back here to Jason's house with this car. Just drove absolutely outstanding. Rode great. I did realize that the lock on the right rear door isn't working, and we got to look at these windows, see why they're not going down. I'm not too worried about that. The fuel gauge barely moved. It was, I don't know how far it was, probably 60 miles. I did notice something I didn't notice before, that this alternator belt's half gone, so we got to put a belt on it. The AC belt looks great. I don't even see a crack in it. I do smell a little bit of oil burning, like maybe the valve covers need tightened, but it, you know, that could just be from not me driven a lot too. That could clear up, and a good pressure wash too. But I noticed like these heater hoses here still say Motorcraft on them, so we're going to replace those. So I don't know. I think that looks like a new radiator. So do a few things to it, and I think he'll have himself a good car, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know where you can buy anything like that nowadays for $5,000 that I would try. I mean, I would run this car back and forth to Detroit if it was mine. Wouldn't bother me a bit. Change those belts and hoses, keep it serviced. I'd drive it anywhere. It did really great. So we're going to put it in the garage, and he's going to get it legalized this week and start using it. So all right, guys, I hope you like this video. Remember, please put that thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and help me out. I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to point out one more thing. The original floor mats were in the trunk along with these Michelin floor mats, front and back. All look new. So really, there's just absolutely no way you could go wrong with this car for $5,000. It's easily good for another 100,000, no doubt in my mind. So plush too. Look at all that. There's cloth everywhere. So all right, we're gonna get it, put it in the garage, and
Sayonara.
yeah, he'll get it ready to go next week.
Good girl.
See ya.
Good girl. Potty's outside.
He's talking to his dog.
Huh?